My name is Nilla. I'm gonna teach you how to play single claw and double claw, and this will work on any controller you have. I will be showing it on a PS5 controller, but I will explain it if it's different for another controller. I will really appreciate if you watch this video through, and I'm not gonna waste any more time of yours. So let's jump into it. We will go through number 1, benefits of claw, 2, things to note, 3, strong grip or how to get a strong grip, 4, last tips and thoughts, 5, common mistakes, 6, sensitivity guide. Quick disclaimer, when people are saying you will end with hand or wrist problems and your fingers will look weird after years of claw, I will say I don't agree with that at all. You can play claw with a looser grip, so you don't need to tighten up your wrist and fingers. With that being said, when you start out with playing claw, it's gonna hurt a little bit, but it's the same when you go to the gym. It's a new muscle you didn't use that much before, so give it a week where you try it and I'm 100% sure it won't hurt at all. A little tip I used at first was laying a pillow in my lap, so put the controller on the pillow, because I found it very difficult to hold the controller in that way, but it only took me a couple days to get used to it. Benefits of claw. Pro players that don't use paddles use claw. The reason for that is you're never going to take your hands off the analog sticks, which will give you a lot better movement and much better aim. Other than that, you can jump while moving and shooting, which is another advantage. Claw is one of those things that are very difficult at the start, but comes with a great reward at the end. My settings. I started playing claw around 2 years ago and have never looked back since. It's the best thing that I have ever learned in gaming. So if you want to, you can copy my settings for a start and then adjust them for your own needs. The PS5 controller is a little bit more difficult to hold than a PS4 controller, because it's a bit thicker than a PS4 controller. So you might need bigger hands for the PS5 controller, but you can always learn it even if you have small hands. It's gonna be more difficult to play claw on, but I like the buttons better on the PS5 controller, so that's why I use it. This is a normal PS5 controller with no extra things added to it, so no paddles, no nothing. So you come into the controller like this, where you have your finger in a straight angle, then you have your 2 back fingers to support the controller, then you put it against your palm like this. From there you're resting your middle finger on either button. It doesn't really matter. But this is awkward if you have small hands. So here you have your pointer finger to press all the face buttons and your middle finger to press all the triggers. And you're basically doing the same thing on the other side. Notes. So you're never going to press the trigger buttons with your pointer fingers. That would destroy the whole purpose on learning claw. And the same way, you would never jump with your thumbs, even though that might feel more normal in the start, because you played normal, but it will completely defeat the purpose on playing claw. If you feel like it's difficult to hit the buttons while playing claw, you can always twist your hand more in. In that way, it's easier to hit the correct buttons, and you get a more direct angle on the buttons. As I mentioned at the start, if you don't really know how to hold the controller properly, then put a pillow on your lap, and that way your hands are also resting more, and you're less likely to get tired while playing, but you can remove it after a couple of days. I'm now going to show you a little clip in creative, where I show you the advantage of playing claw. It's here when you're trying to jump into someone's box, you're simply putting a stair behind you, and then jump while hitting the wall with your pickaxe, and then you're instantly shooting the opponent in the box. This is a move you only can do perfect while playing claw, because you have fingers on all the buttons. I'm also going to show you a little clip of me freebuilding with a hand cam. But this is an unnatural position for me to have a controller on the top of my desk, so keep that in mind. Strong grip. What you're going to do is pressing your controller into your palm, just like I'm doing right here. So in this way you're more relaxed at the top portion of your hand, and this way your fingers aren't getting too tired. Common mistakes. The most common mistake is people are still jumping with their thumbs. They can't really get over it and start doing with their finger they play claw with. And they can't get used to doing it with their finger they're playing claw with. This, as mentioned earlier, will destroy the whole purpose of playing claw, because then you can't move or aim while jumping, so it will be a big disadvantage. Another one is your hand aren't really hurting. It's just because your hands aren't used to it yet. It won't hurt after a week once your fingers and wrist have gotten used to it. Settings. A quick pointer is you should never copy someone's settings fully, because your settings won't work the same way if you don't play with the same controller or the same console. So in that way, you can't fully copy them, but you can copy them and then adjust them for your needs. With that being said, thank you so much for watching the video to the end. I hope I could learn you something that could start your journey to playing claw. So I hope you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe if you enjoy the content. It's been your boy Nilla. Peace.